What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Week number 4 of NFL is already here. It is flying by. Before we know it, we'll be halfway through the season. I'm Dat Dude, and we have a lot to get into in this video. I have my games of the week. I have my official record so far this season. I have my official plays. Then I have some little sketchy plays to look at going into this weekend. So let's go ahead and jump on into the video and get right into it. All right, y'all, so the question of the day: through the first 3 weeks of the NFL season, who has been your most surprising NFL team, whether it be good or bad? Let me know down below in the comments and let me know why. So to start off, I want to go over my official record that we have so far. Last week, going into the week, we were 6-2 in NFL plays. This week, after this week, we are 9-4. We had the Lions +6. They won, beat the Eagles outright, actually, 27-24. We had the Falcons. They lost to the Colts by 3 points. We had the Steelers +6.5. We had the Bears -4. Seahawks -4. So a couple of those were pretty easy wins. I felt like that Bears line was very low, and we hit it at the right time. So anyways, 3-2 this week. 9-4 overall, not bad, and not a bad start to the year. So continuing on, this week's games of the week for me, the games that I'm looking forward to watching. First and foremost, I'm looking forward to watching this Thursday night game tonight. Eagles at the Packers. Packers 3-0 haven't looked so good so far. They're averaging under 20 points a game this year right now. They're the only 3-0 team that's averaging under 20 points. The Eagles, they've been banged up. Playing on a Thursday night is not going to help that. -4 for the Packers is the line right now. I'm not leaning one way or the other. If I had to pick, I would probably pick the Packers. But, this is a stay-away game for me. It is a good game to watch, in my opinion. A lot of people had high hopes for the Eagles, including myself, going into this season. This is make or break for them, in my opinion. If they're going to make a run for the playoffs, they need to turn around as quick as possible, being Thursday night. Some more games that I'm looking forward to watching. The Browns at the Ravens. It's going to be a really fun game to watch. You got Baker Mayfield. You have Lamar Jackson. Baker Mayfield and Freddie Kitchens have been taking some heat this weekend with their play calling, with Baker Mayfield's play. He's been called overrated multiple times by multiple analysts. So he has a lot to play for. That line is sitting at -6.5 for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens got beat by the Chiefs last week. So a lot going into that game. Definitely looking forward to watching it. The Browns are in a similar situation to the Eagles. If they're wanting to make the playoffs, they've got to get going very soon. They're 1-2 right now, so it'll be interesting to see what they do this weekend. Another game that I'm looking forward to watching, Vikings at the Bears. Probably two of the better defenses in the league year in and year out, but especially the Bears. The Bears defense is hands down amazing. -2 is the line right now for the Bears, in the Bears' favor. And I do, think that could be a solid play. Just stick around, you'll hear my official plays. But sitting at -2, Dalvin Cook's been amazing for the Vikings. Their passing game has not been very good so far. So we'll see if Dalvin Cook is able to keep that run game hot and heavy against this Bears defensive line and defense in general. Another game. I don't talk much about the Patriots because they're the best team in the league, first and foremost. Everyone's talking about them already. But 3-0 Patriots playing at the 3-0 Bills. The Bill Mafia will be all in on Sunday. They're getting 7 points at home. That is a line that, could be pretty good line. I like that. The Bills and the Patriots, it's always a pretty close game. It's a in-division game, so I don't know. It's going to be fun to watch. Interesting to see how Brady competes against this defense. This is probably one of the better teams that they've played this year. They've already played the Jets and the Dolphins. both in which are not very good. The Steelers, they blew them out on week 1. Steelers haven't looked good so far either. So this is the first real test, if you want to say that. It's hard to say the Bills are a true test, but that the Patriots are going to see this year. So diving on in to my official plays of the week, I'm looking at the Chiefs -6 at the lines. Last week we bought the lines, getting points, and we've really had a strong feel for this Lions team so far this year. We've won 2 picks with them. Now we're going to be betting against them. 6.5 points for the Chiefs. I feel like they are a touchdown better than the Lions. Pat Mahomes, hands down, we can say it every single time I make a video. He's amazing. One of the best that we have ever watched to play this game. And I think he's only going to get better. There's been no regression so far. So I think that's a strong line. Chiefs -6.5. That's a play. And then the Panthers at the Texans -4. I like the Texans in this spot at only -4. Kyle Allen with the Panthers. He had a great game playing Arizona last week. I don't think that he repeats that. I think this Texans defense is a lot better than the Arizona defense. I think the Texans mean business. They know that they are a playoff team. They know that they are trying to compete. They're going to try to be working on some things. And I think that they take care of the Panthers, take care of Kyle Allen, a quarterback that doesn't have much experience. And I think they blow them away in this game. I definitely think they cover that 4-point spread. Another one is Seattle, -5 at Arizona. I just mentioned that Arizona got blown out by Kyle Allen and the Panthers. I think Russell Wilson, this is a step-back game for them. Russell Wilson, he's been absolutely amazing this year. He's dealt with some pretty tough weather so far. 2 of the games that they've played, 2 of the 3 games that they've played have been very, very wet conditions, rainy conditions. And I think this is going to be a weekend that they try to get their offense going. Chris Carson, let's see if he can hold on to the ball. And we'll see what the Panthers, we'll see what the Seattle Seahawks can do in these situations. And I'll take the Seattle Seahawks -5 over Arizona. I haven't did this yet this year. Let me go ahead and say that. Is going against the Miami Dolphins. Let me go ahead and take full advantage of how bad that team is. There's only going to be one team in this competition that's trying to win, and that's the Chargers. And this is a must-win situation for the Chargers. Let me go ahead and say that. They've struggled this year. They know Melvin Gordon is coming back next week, supposedly. He's supposed to be reporting to practice today. So that's big news out there for them. I feel like this is going to be a game where they truly just wear out the Dolphins. The Dolphins are not very good. I see them beating them by 17 to 21 points. Covering that fairly easy. Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen, they're going to be connecting on a lot of passes. Austin Eckler will be fine. Justin Jackson, they're going to be able to control that game, and they're going to handle the Dolphins. -15.5, I'll take that. And then the last game for me, Cowboys. They've been really good to us this year. The Saints, Teddy Bridgewater, coming off a really big win last week against that Seattle team. I feel like this is a good spot to get on the Cowboys again at -2.5 points. I think they're really good this year. A lot better than I expected. A lot better than I probably wanted to admit. And then I think the Saints, again, Teddy Bridgewater is not going to play that good this weekend. And I think that we need to take full advantage of how good they played last week. They're getting a little bit too much credit, in my opinion. And let's get the Cowboys at -2.5. Some of the underdogs that are getting points this weekend that I would really look into is the Jaguars getting 3 points. They're getting 3 points against the Broncos. The Broncos have looked absolutely awful this year so far. I know they are playing at Denver, and I know that Jalen Ramsey isn't going to be playing. That defense is still really good without him. And even without Jalen Ramsey, Flacco hasn't looked amazing. Their receivers aren't amazing. Jags +3, I like that. The Browns +6.5. Getting points. They need that game. that's kind of where I would be leaning in that game. I wouldn't play it, but if I had to do it, I would take some points with that. And then I'd also take the Buccaneers. Getting 9.5 points, I feel like that's too many points right now. I feel like Jameis and Mike Evans and Godwin and OJ may have a late score at the end to, backdoor cover. That's what I'm thinking may happen in this Buccaneers game. The Rams are really good. They're going to make a run in the playoffs again, just like they did last year. 9.5 points, I feel like that's a lot in this game, though, with an offense that's been pretty good so far this year and a defense that hasn't been bad. And then, I always give you some outright underdog winners. Take the money line. Jags and Browns, those are my two outright underdog winners. See what happens with them. Could get lucky, could end up on the right side of things. So that is my official video for this week, week 4 of the NFL. My official plays one more time. Chiefs -6.5, Texans -4, Seattle -5, Cowboys -2.5, and then the Chargers -15.5. You got it. Hit them, and let's see what happens. Enjoy this week of NFL football. The best time of the year. Fall is finally here. And, there's nothing better than football season. So, see you soon. See you next week. See you tomorrow in my college football video that'll be coming out. So, make sure to stick around. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, please. And hit the thumbs up and comment down below. See you later.